Hey everybody, what's going on? Hope you guys are doing good. I am doing great, keeping cool out here in Illinois. Yesterday was Sunday. It was a heat index of 115. The actual temperature was 95 with a high humidity. And today, being Monday, is supposed to be no better. So, trying to keep cool over here and drink a lot, stay out of the heat outside if you can, because it can get dangerous. Anyways, so we are here with the Epiphone Muse completed. There is no more to be done with it. I recycled a few pieces off of the old husk, and if you can't tell that what I recycled, I'll kind of like do a rundown. So the knobs I recycled, I ended up liking these a little bit of how they look. Kind of goes with the flow of things, black, silver, and white, kind of goes with the flow. So the bridge and tailpiece, I ended up recycling those. There's nothing wrong with them. They are Epiphone locking systems, so remove the strings and tailpiece and the bridge just stay put, not have any issues. The strap locks I recycled. The back cover plates for the controls, I recycled them. And the nut I recycled. There was really nothing wrong with the nut. It's a bone nut that's on here. At least I think so. Feels like it. Just polished it up a little bit and got it to where it's going to be really nice as far as action height goes at the first fret. Now, the tuners, I ended up replacing them with Wilkinson's locking tuners, and they're 3-in-3 set. They are a screw on the back that you turn. It's a nice big thumb knob to turn and lock the strings in place. Let's see, the frets have been redone as far as leveling, crowning, and polishing goes. There is really no fret ends on here that are sharp whatsoever. The pickups are Wilkinson's M Series pickups, and what I ended up doing with them is really, I wanted to use the original mounting rings, but the original mounting rings that were put on this thing, whoever took the pickups out of this ended up taking the mounting rings and then just throwing a set of mounting rings on here that didn't fit. And yes, there are different size mounting rings for pickups that don't match up with the holes that are drilled into the body to mount them. So the ones that were on here were a little bit on the shorter side, so the screw spacing was not the same on the other ones. Now, without a pickup on there, you can actually twist and pull and everything else and not have anything happen goofy because there's no pickup there. The pickup may not sit straight because of this if you try mounting, or I could have drilled new holes for the old pickup rings that this body came with. But I wanted to put the right ones on here, so I've got the right pickup rings on here without having to re-drill any holes. It's got a set of CTS pots inside of here, brand new, and didn't recycle anything from the old system. It's got a set of 22 farad caps inside there. This has got a Switchcraft, brand new Switchcraft switch. And the output jack I recycled from the old one. I can't remember what it is, but I took a picture of it to see what possibly if anyone else can make it out. So this thing is done and ready to be sent out to a new home. One of the things I noticed with this guitar is dust is really attracted to it. Yeah, so if trying to keep or trying to take a picture of this thing without having to wipe it down every few seconds, especially when I brought it outside to take photos of it, it kind of was a pain in the ass because whatever dust that was in the air just wanted to like right to the paint. So as you can see, came out really good, came out really nice. I could see from a distance where I am right now, I can see the candy teal in it and the flake that's inside of it. Camera's not really pulling it up because it wants to focus on the reflection on the finish rather than the finish itself, and that's kind of a pain in the ass when doing these guitars. Even the fluorescent light, outside fluorescent lighting, everything, it doesn't matter where you take it to, it just wants to focus in on the reflections instead of the detail part is the paint. So this thing's pretty much completed, and again, the dust that is getting on this is driving me nuts. So right now, as far as, you know, sound goes and stuff, well, it sounds fine. I mean, it's not there's no dead notes, no string buzz. Action height at the 12th fret. On the low side is a little bit below 5/64, and on the high side it's a little bit below a 16th. So that's like roughly around 2 millimeters on the low side, and like maybe 1.5 or 1 millimeter on the high side, something like that. I'm not too good with the yeah, but as far as the nut goes, again, I recycled that, and it's got a little bit of a shine to it. If you can kind of see it in the camera, I don't know, but it's got it's been polished up really, really nice. And headstock, the serial number, I wanted to highlight and keep it this way. It could be identified and also tracked as far as what year this thing was made in. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. This one will be going up on eBay as well, and I just have to start posting the photos and everything else onto eBay. But it came out really nice. I like the way that the flame is. You could see the flame. It's ghosted in. From a distance, you don't really notice it, the flame, too much. You kind of focus in a little bit more on the pattern that's on there. You get up close to it, you can kind of see the flame is a little bit on the grayer side. But the one thing I wanted to do was make it glow in the dark, and it does. So camera doesn't pick it up very well unless I take a photo of it. If I take a picture of it, then it picks it up really nice. If I try to video it, and not so good. So what I'm seeing in front of me as far as a glow goes and what the camera is picking up are not the same thing. So that's the only bad thing about this glow in the dark. Now I got my fingerprints and stuff all over this again. That's one other bad thing about black is, you know, fingerprints and everything else. Even when it's a flat finish, your oils from your hands or whatever just likes to leave marks in the finish. So I'm done with this. On to bigger and better things. One of the things I want to start doing too is practicing guitar a little bit more instead of kind of just like, I don't know, guessing it when I'm messing around and testing guitars. I have a guitar that got sent back. I'm going to be making a video of that shortly and showing you guys what happened. And I still don't know what happened exactly, but it'll be fixed and then sent back to the new owner. All right, you guys take it easy, have a good one, and I will be back again with another video shortly. All right.